Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chew and You podcast.
Hey yo, I'm coming for them duffel bags
And welcome back to the Chew and Ooh podcast. Little old me, Ooh again. Chew, have good news for you guys is that he is out of the hospital, and he's doing better. No more. I know he had like a blood infection going on, but that got cleared up. So he's on the good. He's gonna be out for a couple of weeks just to be on the safe side. Given the fact that he was in the hospital for a couple of days, we don't want no mixed germs in our nice little dungeon. Well, I call it a dungeon, but it's the podcast studio. So, but the guy next to me, if you're watching Facebook Live, that is Shane. I'm sorry, that's Nicholas Shane. Well, I got it backwards, man. You should just go by NS, man. That's what I think you could call. Thank you for coming on the podcast, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it. I know it's been a kind of a long time coming, but we're here, and I'm stoked. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us. AMG. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I know. The guys on Facebook right now, you might see a lag a little bit, but it's just that there's so much going on here in the podcast, man, and we've been going through issues here and there, and we've been actually getting new updates in our network. But if our podcast, for sure, you'll be hearing this straight through. But anyways, first and foremost, let's say thank you to our sponsors. Was Ovidio Brother Electrical Surge. Thank you for another month of your contribution with us. We duly appreciate you. Looking for a master electrician, look for Sergio Oviedo Brothers. He will gladly help you out. Also, a big shout out to Hemp It Up from McAllen and Westlaco. Hey guys, I said it before and I'll say it again. If God didn't want us to smoke it, he wouldn't grow it. I'll tell you that right now. So, but yeah, man, reach out to those guys. They will gladly help you out. Any questions, talk to Osvaldo or with Maricela, and they'll gladly help you out on any issues you have or any questions you have. Oh, my computer just went out. Also a big thank you to Matt Mayer, AC Repair Guy. We appreciate you guys, man, helping us out. Also, guys, the cold weather's coming in. You're going to need that heater, so you might want to give this homeboy a call. He can help you out also. Last but not least, you got plumbing problems, call Barreras Plumbing. Gabriel Barrera gladly help you out. So all those phone numbers and intros will be in the beginning of the podcast and also at the end and on the YouTube page. Hopefully everything's running correctly on my end because this freeze has been going for a while already and it's kind of scaring me. There we go. I got a little movement, but it should be running up and smooth on Facebook Live. I hope so. But anyways, back to the main attraction, AMG, Addictive Music Group. Nicholas Shane with us live on Facebook. I know I hear him on the headphones, so I know you're still there, right, Nicholas?
Sir.
Yep, he's still there. It's a little bit of a delay, but
I'm here.
It's a little bit of delay, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, man, thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate you. I know I had reached out to you way back. I think it was back in, I believe it was in April or in March. We wanted to set up this interview and wanted to get you on the podcast. So that way, just a little heads up that we do have not only talent down here in the RGV, but we also have people up in Fort Worth, Dallas, and the areas up there that have recording studios and beer companies that it can, help us out to expand and open the horizons, and I know you guys are always looking for new artists. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, always. Artists and producers, we work with a number of songwriters. I've been trying to kind of find a way to incorporate photographers, videographers, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Just any creative, any type of creative, we're with it. Any opportunity, any new opportunities that we can, that arise, really, we're definitely for it. So
that's what it's all about, man. I'm reaching out, making sure somebody's out there to actually reach out to, and they can help out a little bit. But as far as anything else, Morgan, I mean, I know Morgan should be. Oh shoot, hold on. Let me lower this down. This is giving me a video feed actually because my screen went black for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I see you. I see you on Facebook Live. So I'm not sure if you can see me because my camera went crazy. So I don't know what the hell's going on my end. But I see you on Facebook. I look like a frozen
Yeah.
statue on Facebook Live. I'm looking at it right now on my feet. So, but anyways, tell us a little bit about yourself, Nicholas. I mean, a little bit your background, where you come from, what's up, what's going on.
Well, my name's Nicholas Shane. I've been doing music for about 10 years. I think maybe close to 13, 14 years now, give or take. I used to be, I did kind of acoustic indie pop music for a good while. So I was an artist before I kind of switched over to more
Mhm.
so of the business side, as far as like doing A&R work that I do now, and it's just it's been awesome. It's you know it's every day's brand new. Every day's a new opportunity. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, born and raised. I've been here, you know, the 28 years that I've been here. So um, it's great, man. It's great. I love Texas. It's really hot,
Oh
but
yeah, very hot.
it's I don't know, but Texas is definitely home for sure. Definitely home for sure.
And how is it that you got into the business? I mean, did it start off? I mean, did you start doing your own your beats, or how is it that you got in? And how did Addictive Music Group start off? Talk to me? What's the roots of it? Where did it all start?
Gotcha. Okay. Well, so like I mentioned, I was an artist beforehand. Um, Me and Morgan, we actually met from a mutual friend of ours. It was kind of a shindig, like a little party or so. He thought he was going for a band practice, but it just turned out it was really kind of more so of a kickback. But Morgan, he's been producing for well over 10 years. He's been on, he has his YouTube channel, Morgan Likes Music. So back then he had actually reached out to me, I think a week prior or a couple of days before we actually met, and then I was kind of like, hey, weren't you the guy that was at the kickback the other day? And ever since then we just kind of clicked and linked up, and we just kind of been working with each other ever since. Morgan, he'd been producing. He was doing covers, instrumentals, things of that nature on YouTube. And then he started going into just creating original beats, and he had a lot of requests for people to hey, make this type style beat or make this type style beat, and I guess just one thing kind of led to another. Um, but as far as AMG goes, um, Morgan, he's like I said, he's been producing for a good while, and he's had ups and he's definitely had some downs and stuff, and he made it a point to just kind of know and understand the business side of things. Um, once he got his deal with Universal Music Group, um, I think it was about a year or two ago. I can't remember. I know it's been a bit, but once he got his deal with them, then we kind of started to see the way things roll, and we're like, hey, we can why not do this as well, but also to do most importantly do it the right way.
Right.
um, it's unfortunate there's some artists, or I think um, not 9 times out of 10, but maybe 5 times out of 10, the industry can kind of get a bad rep. Maybe there's bad managers, or maybe this deal went sour, this and that. Morgan, he understands. I definitely understand as well. Just kind of coming from zero or just really nothing, and just kind of working your way up. And you know, whether we're working with an artist or a producer, maybe someone's getting miscredited, or maybe someone is uh, not getting uh, just the attention or whatever the case may be that they deserve. We just found it a point to, hey, AMG, we love music, we're passionate about music, and we want to help others along the way. So it's been really 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 cool. This is my favorite part of it. Honestly, it's being able to talk to like-minded creatives and individuals um, that love music and just have a passion for art and just creativity in general.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, and that's the big. That's basically the big thing that we made this podcast. I mean, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. It's just an open door policy to most of these artists that are trying to be heard out there. And I know there's other ways and medias to be heard, but I mean, there's always money involved. To to be heard by certain people. You got to dish money to get heard here and there, and that's the whole reason we made this podcast. Chew and I, we came to a decision that, hey, man, I mean, myself being a performer, being played the nightlife. I've been in bands before, and I know it's hard. It's hard to go out there every night, and give a great performance, but sometimes it's kind of hard to be heard anywhere else. So that's the whole point of this podcast, to give them a voice, not only to be heard here, Texas, but make a noise so people like you, Nicholas, they hear these young, talented artists that we have down here to be heard up there. Because you never know, you might come across somebody that down here. Hey, this guy sounds pretty good, or you know what, I like the way she sings, or I like those lyrics, or I like that sound. I want to get in contact with them, and probably make something flourish out of that music relationship. You know, but and like I said, it all depends on the managers. It depends who's taking care of what, who has the bigger head, or it's always to the point where, oh, I could do better than this guy. It's not about that. It's about helping each other out. That's how you create great artists. And I know you were telling me the last time we spoke, you and Morgan helped out or wrote some music for some big artists. Also, if you might want to tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the number ones that are here behind me, these plaques that are here, they're Morgans, and one, first and foremost, it's a blessing to, one, for me to be in this room, and to be able to work with him every day. He's such a genius. He's one of the hardest working individuals that I know. Um, but he's passionate about what he does, and he wrote the song. It's called "Show Me Love" by Alicia Keys featuring Miguel, and then 21 Savage had did a remix to it. And that was actually the song that Alicia Keys had released. Prior to that, I think she hadn't released anything in about 4 or 5 years or so.
Hmm.
So for it to be like one of the first songs that she kind of comes back with after, kind of a hiatus, it was just mind blowing. And we kind of knew about the song, we kind of knew about the placement, but that's one thing that happens. You know, more often than so in the industry. Maybe we work on a project with an artist, and maybe it's a year or two or something, and it's like, well, is this song ever going to come out? And then, bada boom, bada bing, it pops and it comes out and it happens, and then it's just it's just wild. But yeah, he with YouTube. I forget the name of the artist because we've talked about this before.
Mhm.
There was an artist that had purchased some leases from some of his instrumentals, and I believe she was in Florida, and she went to a studio to record, and that studio that she recorded at just so happened to be the same studio that Tory Lanez actually goes and records at as well. So his engineer, Morgan, is good buddies with him. He heard, the instrumental. He's like, "Yo, who is this? I got to reach out to this person." So, he reached out. He found Morgan, reached out to him, and he's like, "Hey, I like your stuff. I produce and I engineer for Tory Lanez. He heard your stuff as well. He'd like to write some stuff to it." And Morgan sent a beat pack and some instrumentals to Tory Lanez and his team, and um, they went to work, and Show Me Love came about. Um, what you call it? I think he actually took it to Rihanna, and Rihanna, I don't think she wanted it, or maybe she passed or something on it. So then he took it to Alicia Keys, and then the rest was history.
That's
So
awesome, man.
it's crazy. It's just crazy, you know. And
That's awesome.
the song came out. The song came out. It went number one. Her album as well. Whenever that finally initially dropped, that also went number one as well too. So um,
That's awesome, man. I
that's
mean,
just a blessing.
that is a blessing. I mean, seeing all those. I wish my camera was working over here so I can enlarge the picture behind you. You can see all the billboard ones you have back there. So, but unfortunately, my end, I don't know what the hell. My computer said, you know what, Murphy's law. What can go wrong goes wrong, man. So it definitely went haywire on my end. But
It's,
I know we were talking last time. There's three of you. I know it's yourself, it's Nick, Morgan, and you got Dan. And I like I've seen videos on Dan. I think he's the skateboarder rhinestone cowboy enthusiast. If I'm not mistaken, man. So I mean,
yeah, Dan is.
how does he come out with the group? I mean, you speak a lot about what about Dan, man? What is it that Dan does for the group?
So Dan, he actually he has family that lives out in San Antonio, I believe. So,
Hmm.
but he stays in L.A. So, whenever he's visiting family, and he's down here, then we're linking up. But or unless we're out in California or in L.A., then we're with him. But yeah, he does you know more so the same stuff along the lines of me. Finding new artists and just networking. He actually wrote a theme song for a TV show. It was called Skins. There was a U.S. version and a U.K. version,
There you
and
go.
yeah, he wrote the theme song for that. And he's been in commercials. He's been on MTV shows, things of that nature. Um, and it's crazy cool, that I get to work with him as well. Like it's a blessing, man. Like I said, just being around awesome creatives and he for his music, it's more so the indie vibe, if you will.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
super, super chilling and relaxing, and it's just the whole vibe. But it's awesome. Like I said, I used to be an artist beforehand, and now that I still listen to music. I still do put out some music whenever I can, whenever I'm not doing, a bunch of, but just to kind of have that inside aspect as far as knowing the perspective of the artist, and then also understanding and knowing the other side, it definitely helps. 10 out of 10 for sure, because Artists are very emotional, I would say. And we just some artists work a lot faster than others, but it is what it is at the end of the day. We want to make sure that um, we can help every artist or any project that we're working on elevate and push it to its max potential. So
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear what you're saying. I mean, consider the fact. I mean, I've seen video on him where he's skateboarding and stuff like that. He's had a couple of tumbles here and there, but he gets right back on it. And he rides.
yeah.
So I mean, I was also reading up on there that you had just recently signed a young lady from Disney, if I'm mistaken.
um, that was I believe what's her? I think her name was Andrea Gorgon, something like that. I believe. I she it was a song that Morgan had did. He did the music for it, and the song was called. I believe the song was called TikTok, and it went super crazy on TikTok, trending there. And I believe she's like a Disney kind of actor or star. I know
Okay.
she's in a foreign country though. I'm not sure where, but I know it's because we talked with her brother and I guess some of her team, things like that, and those kind of and that's one thing too. It's crazy because um, whether it's here in the U.S., whether it's in someone from Germany or Russia, um, you know Italy, things of that nature. We work with everyone. It's the power of the internet. Like you're at where you're at now, and I'm here. Like it's awesome that we're able to utilize the internet to its max potential.
Yeah, I hear
So
you, man. It's a great feeling knowing that and not only that uh as far as you guys come. So for how long has y'all's group been going as far as you being a branch? You guys are a branch out of for I think what did you tell me? Was it is it Universal? If I'm mistaken.
yeah, so Morgan is signed with Universal Music Group.
Hmm.
Since he has a deal with them, the artists that we're working with, if he's producing, if he's working on any production or anything of that nature, we're
Hmm.
actually able to register their tracks with Universal, and we found kind of 9 times out of 10 they end up sharing on like kind of like New Music Friday on like Instagram and Facebook, things of that nature.
Hmm.
So it's super cool to see. Um, and also too the artists that we work with. We I believe actually this month we have I think maybe 12 or 13 um, different projects and track songs. And of course all we work with all genres. So we're pretty stoked. We got some cool tunes that are coming out, and I'm excited for those releases. Um, so yeah, it's we're since he signed with Universal, we kind of have that you know I guess leverage or access, if you will.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. It opens up the horizons way more for you guys to see different artists, not only from here but all over the world.
yeah,
That's good, man. That's good, man. That beer that I'm drinking is really good, man. I'm drinking an actual pineapple beer that brought. I mean, that's me. Chew, Chew brought. Uh, I'm getting off of this thing. It's actually
maybe
pretty good, man. It's making me sweat. But anyways, man. Well, I mean, consider the fact that it's just me and you today. That's all that matters, man. Because I mean, we can go on and on about different art. I mean, any big artists coming up on in the works that you guys might be working with that you might want to toss out there to for our fans to know about?
Yeah, sure. So, one of the most recent, and here's the thing too, just kind of reverting back to, kind of like the Alicia record. We got word that we'll have a song with Aaron Carter. He did I want candy. Like it's one of those things. It's like it's bittersweet. It's like it's cool because it's Aaron Carter. Um,
Right.
and just who he is, and especially growing up and being a kid, and it's like yeah, this song is cool, and then you get older and you're able to work with these artists. It's like I don't, it's wild, but yeah, we got word of that, and we have a couple of other things that are kind of in play right now, but it's more so just kind of sending out and then wait until we kind of get confirmation, and then it's one thing to another. But one thing we do for sure is make sure to stay as busy as possible, and try to work with whoever we can whenever you know
I hear you. I hear you. That's good, man. Always trying to keep busy. I hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And it's funny. I know people are going to be listening to this podcast tomorrow, and they're going to be like, "Why is there such a delay?" It's because I don't know. For some reason, the internet. I mean, like I said, network wise, I just need better equipment. Slowly but surely, we are growing, and I think it's time for us to get more sponsors to help us get better equipment or better internet service, one or the other. But it is what it is, people.
Check, check. Yeah, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chew and You podcast.
Hey, yo, I'm coming for them.